So yes, I just, so who just asked? Okay, Unslaved Poe just asked, can you be good at Tekken without knowing the frames? You know, knowing the frame system and all of that. And yes, you can. And there's always a story that comes to mind to me. Well, I mean, story and story. I was there, I witnessed this. So this is actually an eyewitness account, but it makes for a good story on this topic. There was this player in the Swedish Tekken community who basically dominated everyone from Tag 1 up until Tekken 5. He was just the best. And he studied the Koreans, he studied the Japanese, he studied the US players. He played the perfect way of playing Tekken, you know, hardcore movement, played with a stick, had an incredibly vast knowledge on frames and strategies and everything. And he was basically untouchable. You know, everyone else, we had a lot of great players, but no one could beat him. He was so strong. He even earned respect on a global scale. He's retired now since many years, so I'm not gonna name him by name. I don't think he wants to be in the spotlight. But he was really, really good. And he got a bit cocky. I remember when he said, I mean, he was still a nice guy, but once he said, dude, I went up to him. No, someone else went up to him and were like, in your eyes, who is a good Tekken player? I mean, you're our god, no one can touch you. Like, in your eyes, what's a good Tekken player? And he said, with a straight face, someone who wins a round against me can probably, you know, give themselves the title of great Tekken player. And yeah, when he said that, you were like, but anyway, that's just a funny little detail. But what happened when Tekken 5 DR was released was that two brothers who were completely unknown to the Tekken community suddenly showed up at the Swedish Tekken community headquarters, which was Dragon's Lair, a basement in Stockholm. That's where all the hardcore players met and engaged with each other almost on a weekly basis, like every weekend. So two brothers just showed up. Completely random. They had read up on the place, the community on the internet, and they just showed up and they were like, oh, we'd love to play you guys. And the god, the champion I told you about, he was like, oh yeah, I'll fight them guys. And he proceeded to get completely fucking annihilated. The god I'm referring to liked to play Mishimas and Steve and Devil Jin, heavily inspired by Ni, Kudans, you know, that gang. But those brothers, they played Jack and Fengwei, and they hadn't checked up on the top players. They hadn't watched lots of videos, you know, of tournaments and stuff. They had no idea what frames were. No idea. Oh, you know, a jab is 10 frames. Oh, no, what? No, I just play the game. I play by instinct, you know, I go by feel. They had no idea. What's a wave dash? What's a backdash cancel? I don't know. But their instinct on the game was so good. So good that the best player in Sweden had no chance whatsoever. He knew everything about frames. So he was beaten by the first brother who played Jack. And he knew everything about the Jack matchup. But he still couldn't touch him. He had such a good read on him. So it's like on a psychological level, and just when it came to Tekken instinct, these guys were so strong. So again, like, it just doesn't matter in the end, I think. It always helps to know frames, but that's not gonna be the most important or crucial. It's for sure gonna help you, but some people are just so intelligent when it comes to the strategy and the instinct part of a game, but they will outplay you no matter what. And that's the sort of player I see a lot on PS4. Crazy playstyle, rather YOLO, or they don't play the Korean perfect way of playing Tekken, but they're still excellent players because they have a good instinct, good flowchart, good strategy. They don't have particularly good movement, punish is so-so, but that to me is the discrepancy between PC players and PS4 players right now. PC players, you know, are more passionate about the game, I think. They're inspired by streamers and top players. That's why they play the PC version, because they've heard people like myself talk highly of the PC version. And on PS4 you find the guys who maybe haven't read a lot of guides, you know, or watched a lot of you know, top players, but they have a great instinct. You know, they might not play the optimal way of playing, let's say, Kazuya, but they have a great instinct and they make up their own take on the character. Or this Heihachi player I played against when I played on PS4, who didn't play at all like the typical Heihachi, you know. Usually when people see Heihachi, well, when they play him, you see this one playstyle. You know, electric whiff punish, pressure with these 5 strings. But this guy was doing all sorts of unorthodox stuff. And it caught me completely off guard. He destroyed me many times. And yeah, just credit to him. Like, he had his own take on the character and it really worked. So, I hope that answered your question, Paul, and it's a very interesting topic.